My name is Daniel. For many years, English scared me. When I heard people speaking English, I felt nervous and uncomfortable. My heart beat fast, and my mind became empty. I knew some words, but I could not form sentences. I wanted to speak, but fear stopped me. I felt small, especially when others sounded confident and relaxed. In school, I stayed quiet. I avoided eye contact with the teacher. I hoped she would not call my name. When other students answered easily, I compared myself to them. I believed they were smarter. Slowly, I started to believe something dangerous. I believed English was not for me. But deep inside, I had a dream. I wanted to travel. I wanted to understand movies without subtitles. I wanted to speak freely without fear. Every time I saw someone speaking English naturally, I felt a mix of admiration and sadness. I wanted that confidence too. One evening, after another frustrating day, I asked myself a simple question. What if I stop running from English? What if I try again but slowly, not with pressure, not with comparison? Just small steps. That night, I made a simple decision. I would practice English every day for 20 minutes. Not 1 hour, not 2 hours, just 20 minutes. It felt possible. It felt realistic. I did not need a perfect plan. I only needed consistency. The first week was difficult. I read short texts with simple vocabulary. Even then, I felt slow. I needed time to understand each sentence. Sometimes I forgot new words immediately. Frustration appeared again, but this time I stayed calm. I also listened to short audio every day. The first time, I understood almost nothing. The second time, I understood a little more. The third time, I recognized full sentences. Repetition helped my brain relax. Every morning I made coffee and opened my notebook. I read one page out loud. My voice sounded strange to my ears. I felt embarrassed even alone in my room. But I continued. I learned something important. Confidence does not come before action. It comes after action. Every time I read out loud, I was building something invisible inside me. During the day, I spoke simple English to myself. I described what I was doing. I am walking. I am cooking. I am tired. These small sentences slowly changed my thinking. At first, speaking alone felt silly. I felt uncomfortable. But after some days, it felt natural. English stopped being only study time. It became part of my daily life. One afternoon, something unexpected happened. A tourist asked me for directions in English. My heart beat fast again. Fear appeared like always. For a second, I wanted to escape, but I remembered my practice. I took a breath. I answered with a short sentence. It was not perfect, but it was clear. The conversation lasted less than 1 minute. It was simple and short, but for me, it was powerful. I walked home smiling. Something inside me had changed. After that day, I trusted the process more. I stopped waiting to feel ready. I understood that readiness comes from action. Some days were easy. Some days were hard. On hard days, I felt tired and unmotivated, but I did something small anyway. Even 5 minutes mattered. I stopped looking for motivation. I focused on discipline. Practice became a habit, not a feeling. Slowly, my listening improved. I understood more without translating. Words connected naturally. Conversations became clearer. I still made mistakes. Sometimes I forgot simple words, but I stopped feeling ashamed. Mistakes became part of learning. English also changed how I saw myself. I felt more patient. I felt stronger. I proved to myself that I could grow. I stopped comparing myself to others. Everyone learns at a different speed. I focused only on my daily practice. Months passed. English felt lighter. It was no longer an enemy. It became a tool. I could watch simple videos without subtitles. I could understand conversations in cafes. I could express simple ideas clearly. Confidence did not arrive suddenly. It grew quietly, like a plant growing slowly. There were still challenges, but I was not afraid anymore. I trusted my process. Today I still practice every day, not because I must, but because I enjoy it. English is now part of my routine. It is part of my identity. If you feel afraid of English, I understand you. I was there. You do not need talent. You do not need perfect grammar. You need small daily courage. Practice every day, slowly, quietly, and one day you will realize something beautiful. English is no longer scary. It is part of who you are.